Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the Wednesday night market update for Wednesday, April the 13th, almost tax time, tax day. I'm sure you've gotten a call from CPA by now. A couple days to go, or actually one more day to go. But let's jump in here and look at the market. I've got the ES here on the screen. This is today's price action, the one-day chart, and we'll go from there and kind of see what we can make of this market. Now, this market is what I refer to as a garbage market because it is basically worthless to try to invest or trade. And what I mean by that is if you have IRA stocks or long-term stocks that you're holding, probably not really impressed with what's going on. Things are probably down. There's no upside momentum, and every time you get a pop to the upside, you get smacked back down instantly. So the long-term side of the market is just not there right now. And at the same time, the short-term side is very, very, very unpredictable as well. Now, I've been trading this market pretty carefully, is the best word, I guess, and very lightly. I've only had, in the recent 2-3 months, if you've listened to the videos I've done, I probably only have 1-2 positions on it once, that I'm trying to trade, and they're real short term, like 2-3 days out, 3 or 4 or 5 days out, maybe. Just because this market is so unpredictable. And I'm going to give you the good news, and I'm giving you the bad news first. I'm giving you good news afterwards. But let's jump in here and look at today's price action here. Again, this is the ES for today. The black area is today. So we open down here, pop up, slam down, pop up, slam down. We come to the skyline. This is a voodoo skyline. We're rejected here. We're kind of rejected here. Don't know if this thing's going to come back down here to the end of the day, and suspect of this thing maybe getting rejected again here, but it didn't, and breaks through. And I'm trying to get an end of the day trade. We love doing these lotto tickets end of the day trade because we get a fantastic risk reward, and in some cases we risk $100, $200, make 1,000, 2,000, that kind of thing, 10 to 1 kind of returns, and that's been happening fairly often lately. That's the good side of the market. That's the fun side of the market. We ended up going to 44.50. This is ES again, 44.50. Look at that, 4449.5 right before the close, and then slam down. So lots of head fakes in this market going on, and that's what makes it so tough to trade. Again, that's why I call it a garbage market, because if you go back out here, let's look at a 10-day chart, and you can see this probably proves the point more than anything else. So, and we'll go back further and look, but we're ripping higher here, and then we're selling off, and I'm watching these lines. These are voodoo lines, pretty powerful lines here, right through it like it's not there, on a support level, on resistance, right through it like it's not there, right through it like it's not there. We're ripping higher, we're coming back down. In the last couple of days, we're cratering, we're spiraling down, 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 down. Then we rip higher, right? And then we tank right back down to where we were, basically. And then we rip higher, and then come back down, and then we rip higher. So, it is virtually impossible to get on the right side of this market for more than a couple of hours at a time, which makes it extremely tough to trade. And again, it's all right. I'm up like 12% year to date on my entire portfolio in bias, the bias room that I manage here at Simpler, which is great in this kind of market. But it's tough. This is tough market to kind of trade. So let's go out a little bit further, and then we'll try to see if we can put some ideas around how to handle this. Right. So here's 20 days back, right? In the ES, which we're using the ES for an SPX surrogate. This is the most broadly representative index of the entire market. So you guys remember this. See this 43.20, and then we go to 46.30. And if you go back a little bit further, we rallied 500 points straight up, and then we come all the way back down, right? And in between, you go straight up and down, and straight up and down, and up, 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 down, straight up, down, straight up, down, straight up, down. Very, 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 very tough to get on the right side of this market. And you might think, well, it's not that tough. We'll do something up much higher, 4,800, or we'll do something lower, 4,100. Well, yeah, that might work. Um, but in the meantime, you're going to get whiplash back and forth and all that kind of stuff. And the pricing, the bigger part of that, the bigger problem or issue with that is that if you're trying to do that from the options standpoint, and you're buying options that are, if you're trying to get long here and the options are $10, and you buy them down here, they're $1.50, and you've pretty much gotten wiped out. If you got options out, if this option expires in August, yeah, it may totally work. It may be fine. This thing may be worth $50 in August or something like that. But you got to go through a lot of pain to get there. And let me show you why. So if we go out here to a 1-year chart, again, this is ES. The major levels we're looking at, down here, our fire line if you're bearish, up here our tree line if you're bullish. That's it. That's the only thing you need to know. If you are looking for more than if you're looking out 3 months from now, right? We'll probably be at one of those. We may be at one of those in the next 3 weeks. I don't know, but I don't think we're going to just chop here. I think it's a 51%, to the downside chance and a 49 to the upside. So I'm very, very torn on which way we go. I think we probably come back down here to test this fire line down there, 4,100. We've been there before, not that long ago. After this is that 500 point rip I was telling you about. But I'm looking at, let me clean this up. I'm looking at where we are right now and thinking we need a catalyst, something pretty major, and earnings are coming up, so we might get it to get us back on, this next. If we get 500 points here, another, 2, 3, 400 points up here. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. There's too many. The Ukraine, Russia, inflation going through the roof. The Fed, already said they're gonna raise interest rates in May and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm not seeing that. I think it's a better chance we go down here. But that being said, I don't have any big trades down here to catch that move. I'm not that confident in it going out 2 or 3 weeks because I have no idea if we're going to go higher or lower. So again, that's what makes it very, very, very tricky. This kind of market is easy. You buy the dip, you buy the dip, you buy the dip, you buy the dip, and then at some point it quits working. Same way on the downside, you short it and it goes up, and you short it. You sell the rip and you short it and sell the rip and short it and sell the rip. At some point you get a turn and then it quits working. Here, no way to tell. So all that's the bad news. The good news is that trading this thing on a very short-term basis, meaning day trading, 2-3 day trading, even with stocks, stocks, primarily options is what I do, or futures. You can still make money in this market if you're nimble, if you're quick, but the way to survive a market like this is not to stop playing, but to reduce your size, be very nimble on getting in, getting out. Something's not working, just get out. Try to watch the trends and do all the normal things we always do, but on a much shorter time frame and with much lower capital at risk. So I've cut my size down about in half, about from what I've historically, typically use, and I'm still up the same dollar amount year to date that I was last year this time. So it's working. It's just a lot harder to do. So again, there's some good news and bad news. I certainly don't want to tell anybody to, I'm trying to show both sides of the coin and tell you if you're going to do this, absolutely doable, and you can make some really good money very quickly. But you got to be careful. You got to be nimble, and just watch, tight stops and watch your capital at risk and all that kind of stuff. So I hope that helps. I'm super light. I don't have any trades to recommend right now, just because I'm just super light. We got a long weekend coming up. We'll get more clarity in the next week or two as earnings season starts to unfold. But until then, I'm going to sit on my hands and kind of wait and watch for these, kind of end of the day trades, lotto ticket kind of stuff. risking very little money, trying to make bigger returns. And that's what's been working. So we'll keep doing that same thing until it stops working. And I think that's the best way to handle this market right now. So if you want more real-time help and talk about these trades and all that kind of stuff and live trades and all that stuff, join us in the main room. Join me in my bias room where we do this stuff every day. And with that, let me wind it up. So you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you soon. Thanks.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me